The disciples were called to be witnesses of all they had seen and heard. We are called to be witnesses today by pointing out God's activity here and now in the lives of others. In Acts 1:8, Jesus is quoted as saying, "You will be my witnesses in Jerusalem and in all Judea and Samaria and to the ends of the earth." Matthew 28:18, Jesus also said, "Therefore go and make disciples of all nations." What is the difference between a come and a go mentality? Notice he didn't say, "Therefore go and build buildings and they will come." It's assumed disciples are already on mission with God, going after God's interests for the world. First, disciples meet people where they are instead of expecting others to meet them where they're comfortable. Second, disciples have a "what can I give" attitude instead of a "what do I get" attitude. Third, disciples are proactive instead of reactive. Fourth, disciples make decisions based on faith in God and others and facts, that is the truth, instead of feelings and fears. Matthew 28:16 informs, "Then the 11 disciples went to Galilee, to the mountain where Jesus had told them to go." Here's what you must understand. Galilee was far from the center of religious life for Jesus and his friends. It was also far from the center of culture, and it was far from the center of politics. However, it was a unique place, a crossroads for the nation, so to speak. If they wanted to obey Jesus, all they had to do was walk down the hillside and start interacting with people. Here's the principle. Jesus meets us in unexpected places with unexpected people. Matthew 28:17 informs, "When they saw him, they worshiped him, but some doubted." Huh? Jesus entrusted his last will and testament to people who weren't even sure they were on board? Just remember this and take comfort in knowing that God uses imperfect people to complete the mission. The mission, by the way, isn't just having church. The mission includes being and doing church. Disciples are three-dimensional in that they're committed to being, doing, and having church. Why are acts of service so vital for confirming the message of the gospel that we speak? Why can it not just be words? We need both word and deed. I'd argue that acts of love are a universal language. We might not understand what one another is saying even if we're speaking the same language, but we do know and remember how a person makes us feel. You see, Jesus' rule and reign is without borders. His kingdom is a kingdom without traditional borders. It knows no end. He has an open-door policy with the world. He doesn't fire people, but there are many who choose to quit. There are others that aren't even sure they have what it takes or that they even believe. Fortunately, Jesus is patient with us. Jesus has the power to persuade us. C.S. Lewis explained, "There are people who do not accept the full Christian doctrine about Christ, but who are so strongly attracted by him that they are his in a much deeper sense than they themselves understand." Pray, "Lord, give me eyes to see and ears to hear your activity all around me." Amen.